say goodbye. Caroline, heaven knows I'd stay, but I have to run. Here calling my name, life won't be the same, 'cause she's worth more than all the gold in Mississippi. So I'm leaving now. Don't know if I'll come back around. I'm going out to find her now, even if I bleed on the pavement. Caroline, I'm leaving now. I've been wandering through the woods, chasing all the tracks, stumbling down the road with a thorn in my cap. So I'm leaving now. Don't know if I'll come back around. I'm going out to find her now, even if I bleed on the pavement. Caroline, I'm leaving now. So I'm leaving now. Don't know if I'll come back around. I'm going out to find her now, even if I bleed on the pavement. Caroline, I'm leaving. Caroline, I'm leaving. Caroline, I'm leaving now. I'm leaving now. I'm leaving now.
So having used the Insta360 Go Ultra for a few weeks now, I really love this camera, but there's one thing that I don't entirely love, and that is filming up close. If you're a vlogger who likes to show, for example, some product, or if you want to show some food, this camera natively isn't going to cut it, because the focusing distance is so far that it's going to put everything that's up close out of focus, and that's not going to be good when you're showing delicious food. The reason for this is with most action cameras, we have a small sensor coupled with a fixed focus wide angle lens, and what that is designed to do is designed to get as much of the scenery in focus as possible. So we're trying to focus from quite close to infinity, and the sacrifice of that is when you're really close, which is in this case of this Insta360 Go Ultra, it's about 30 centimeters. Everything that's less than 30 centimeters from this lens is going to be out of focus. And when you're showing product and when you're showing food, everything's going to look blurry, and that is unacceptable. The antidote or the cure for this is this thing. I don't even know why they call it this. It's called the Toddler Titan Kit. This is an accessory which you have to purchase separately. It's not included in the basic kit, and it's also not included in the Creator Combo. But what it does is it includes two things. The Titan head clip, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. It comes with a macro lens. A macro lens turns this camera essentially into a camera which has an interchangeable lens. We need to remove the lens protector here, pop the macro lens on, then and hopefully we can focus up really close. The thing about it is you have to change lenses. So this becomes essentially like an interchangeable lens camera. These things are tiny. It doesn't come with a storage pouch, so you're going to have to find somewhere to store it if you take it out. It's one of the sacrifices, one of the compromises you have to make. Let's just see what's going on with all this. So we just tear the box open. Like I said, I don't really know what to do with a Titan head clip thing. I don't know that's something that I would use a lot, but I definitely want to check out this macro lens. So in this kit, there is a Toddler Titan guide. Then you've got to put it in a Toddler Titan mode to capture adorable shots of your child from a close-up perspective. So you stick it on your hat or something like that. This is the Toddler Titan thing. I will experiment with that another day. What we're here for today is this. This is a screw-on macro lens. To get that on, we have to take this protective lens off. And just when you're doing this, you've just got to make sure that everything's clean and free of dust. And just bear in mind that with this macro lens, it renders the camera no longer waterproof. So be aware of that. So you're obviously not going to stick that in the water. And taking this little plastic sheath off. It's so sunny out here today. And here you go. You have got now a macro capable Insta360 Go Ultra. Let's go try it out. So when it comes to close-up videography, this is with the standard lens. If you're trying to fill the frame with what's in the box, you can see that everything is super blurry and you can't read anything. So I'm now going to put on the macro lens. So let's pop that down here. Let's put it safe. Make sure that you don't get dust and gunk all over the lenses. Again, as I said, this is taking in an extra step that you normally wouldn't have to do. But now when we have to 1x, and look at that. I am now probably less than 10 centimeters away from the box, and you can see that the writing is significantly clearer than it was without the macro lens. So as I go closer, look at that. I'm 5 centimeters maybe from the actual box. You can see that the writing is now in focus. As I pull back, you can see what happens. The writing becomes more blurry. This is about 10 centimeters now, and you can see the weird looking background. And this is the nature of all macro lenses, and this is what happens. It's designed to focus up close. I'm holding this camera at a normal arm's length. This is what I would normally do to vlog, and you can see it's completely weird, completely unusable footage, and that's with the macro lens on. The macro lens is truthfully only designed to be used for close-ups. And now I'm back with the normal standard lens with the lens protector, and you can see the difference in the footage.
So if you look at the footage I just took using the macro lens, you can see how good video image quality is. As expected, anything that's not directly focused on, anything on the periphery is distorted, it's warped, but that's what you get from any macro lens, so that's not a big surprise. I feel that it is a little bit fiddly getting it on and off, and I'm not sure that I would be using that frequently when I'm out because they're so small, got fat fingers, and I'm likely to drop one of them, and that's not good. And you've just got to make sure it's clean when you put it back on. For the purpose that I think it's been designed for, I think it's really useful. When you just need to get really close up to something, I think that this is a game changer for this Go Ultra. A lot of this stuff that I've just shot is not something that I would have been able to take without the macro lens, so I'm really happy with the purchase. It's a very specialized lens like all macro lenses, and you're not going to use it on a lot of occasions. It is actually something that I'm really glad I bought. I'm not sure about this Titan mode. I've been shooting all this just using normal video mode and pure video. I don't think I'll use this lens as a toddler Titan kind of setup, but the macro lens, I really like it, and I think it's going to form a really important part of my workflow.